Hello, everybody. It's Bill's that college football guy here with another video. Yeah, sun's like right here. I had to put the visor down so we don't get blinded by the sun. But saw the title. It's regarding conference realignment. What does the MAC go from here? The Mountain West has a plan, and something about I should bring it about the Pac-12 possibly having to plan for doomsday. Okay, number one, off the jump. NIU has formally, officially joined the Mountain West as a new member. There'll be a football-only edition starting in 2026. No surprise to anybody here. They are going to be the ninth football member. Now, a lot of stuff came out in the press conference. JY from the Big Mountain Podcast, he did a great video about it because he went and actually listened to the whole press conference and everything else. He went through it. So you want in depth, go check out him and Steve's podcast video. If you want to get my version of this, here's what it is simply. MAC has to make a move. Mountain West isn't done expanding. I'll get to the Pac-12 last. First off, the MAC. Where do they go from here? Well, number one, they just lost the only school they have in the Central Time Zone. Everybody else is Eastern. Now, another good video here. Steven, STV Castle did an expansion video. I posted in the link in my previous video about MAC. On X, I was posting about MAC expansion. STV Castle, he put a video out about, and he thought they should go. Reason UMass was going in is because they were planning on going east to get schools on there, so that way around the eastern side of the country, because the west is kind of limited. Problem is with that, one TV market does not help your media value, especially for a G5. You've got to have at least two, which means you're going to have to go west. Because going to Illinois State is like a Band-Aid. Well, here's the simple thing. Talk to ESPN and see what they say. We don't just go to them and say flat out, we don't want our media deal to go down in value. What do we need to do? Do you have any suggestions? Says you need to go to expansion. Says, okay, we'll bring up some names from universities we're considering. What do you think of this? What do you think of Illinois State, the Redbirds going out west to grab them? What do you think of Villanova being an average for suggestion? And do that and find out what their opinion is. And that's because I think whether they want to or not, ESPN's gonna tell them to go west. It could be to grab Northern Iowa. It could be, I don't know. We'll see what they want to do. But ESPN will have a say in who they add. So and none of these moves are going to happen until after the House settlement, because they want to make sure that's finalized before anybody from FCS moves up to FBS. That's why all of this stuff is on the back burner. Oh no, we're waiting. You're waiting for the settlement to be done. So that way everything is finalized. Everybody knows what they're dealing with before they make any moves and commit money and everything else for schools that are going to be loss leaders for a short period of time. So you need to know where you stand. So that's going to be on the way to happening. So we'll see what happens there. But that's the MAC. What I think MAC's going to have to do. They got to talk to ESPN and find out what they want to do. Flat out. I said the fact, and I've brought this up, is Yukon, I've had people talking about Yukon needs to go make a move. Why don't you put Yukon football in the MAC? It geographically fits. It's money, more than you're making as an independent, because you're getting body bagged and getting buried, unless you want to be an independent. You want all schools in one conference. You may be waiting forever, or you're going to have to go crawling back to the AAC. Because that's what it's going to take. You're not. Now, if you put your football in the MAC or somewhere else, the AAC is not going to take your football back. I can tell you that right now. In the MAC, Conference USA, your basketball could be in the Big 12 or the ACC tomorrow. What's more important to you? Because eventually, you said, we got big donors, got the bags. I just tweeted out today or put a post out on X today, that they were adding, you kind of just got the bag and got somebody. I didn't know they had the bag that bad. We got the big bag. This is good. Then how about make a decision? Because if you have the bag for NIL for donors to do this, You need to figure out what you're doing. So Yukon and the MAC, I think it'd be a great move for them. Put Yukon football in the MAC and then basketball in the basketball community of the ACC or the Big 12. I think that'd be the best situation for them. Whether they'll want to let go of this stupid idea of keeping them in the same conference, because your football may make you bankrupt. Just saying. So that's what's going on there. Now, Mountain West. They pretty much, you can figure out what they're going to do. And it's been linked out there a while bit, and I've said it, that I think the ultimate goal is to have 10 full members of the conference for the Mountain West, 2 Olympic sports members, no football, and 2 football-only members, no Olympic sports, which means for basketball and football, you each have 12. Now, you have 8 full members right now. You have Hawaii, San Jose State, Nevada, UNLV, Air Force, New Mexico, Wyoming, and Utah. Those are your 8 full members. You got Northern Illinois for football. You got Grand Canyon and UC Davis for Olympic sports, for basketball. Now, I think they need to add another football only. And with NIU in the fold, it'd be crazy not to kick the tires with Toledo and see if they're still interested. Because NIU is now here. Now Toledo has a running partner for football. Do they want to do that? It's up to them. Toledo says, no, I don't think the Mountain West will be doing anything else until after the House settlement, because everything else past that is FCS. So, I think, like I said, the original goal is 10 schools. Will UC Davis's football program eventually come into the Mountain West? Yes, they will. They have to get that squared away and get the stadium up to minimal 25,000 in order to get up to it. Because 15,000, I think is what it is right now. It's just not enough. You gotta get 25,000 for this to work. So they're gonna have to do that. Once they do that, boom, it's in place. You're ready to go. So we'll see how that goes. So I think the eventual plan for them is if you bring in UC Davis as a full member, that takes you to 9 full members. I think they're going to make the pitch to Tarleton State, FCS, to get them in. Hawaii said they didn't want any full-time members east of the Rockies. I think that because the fact of the matter is, to go to Laramie, Wyoming, and to go to just south of Dallas, outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth area where Tarleton is virtually the same amount of time in the air. So I think but further east than that, no chance. I think they'll put a school full-time in Texas. So that makes sense for that to happen. If you bring in Tarleton State, that gives you 10 full members. I think Toledo's going to say no. They'll stay in the MAC. And I think they're going to go after North Dakota State to be the football only. That puts you at 12 football, 11 basketball with Grand Canyon. Who's the 12th? Will they go after St. Mary's? Will they possibly do a San Francisco or another basketball-only school to make this happen? Olympic sports school to make this happen. Unless someone's right beside me. We will see about that. But I think that's gonna be the end goal. 2028 or so. 10 for football. 10 let full members be 12 for football, 12 for basketball. I think that's gonna be the end goal. But the extra basketball member won't happen until UC Davis gets to full status. That's the only way that'll happen. There may be more football schools than there are basketball schools. So just get prepared for that. Now, that's what I think the Mountain West is most likely going to do. Now, the Pac-12. This is the one situation on there, and we have everybody who's been around knows that the Pac-12 fans have been saying online everywhere that they're going to get schools from the AAC, or they're going to go get more schools from the Mountain West, or they're going on there, and they're going to win all their court cases, and all the fees are going to be done, and they're going to get $25 million a year. And some of the Pac-12 fans are down to earth. They know, okay, we're not getting this, we're not going to get this, and they're kind of nervous. They're worried. What's going to happen? So I put up the post on X. Scenario. Pac-12 wants to expand. You can't get anybody from the American or anybody from the Mountain West. All of them say no to you. You still only have 7 members. You need to get, and it's a lot easier. You need 9 football schools. Because it's a lot easier to schedule 4 non-con games with 8 conference opponents than it is to schedule 5 non-con games with 7 conference opponents. It's a lot easier to do to get, only have to schedule 4 versus scheduling 5. Makes things a lot more difficult. So that being said, I think that they're going to, I put up there the fact is who you're going to add. And everybody said, okay, we're at Texas State, and I'll bring in North Texas. Like North Texas is in the AAC. Oh, we'll go get Memphis. Memphis is in the AAC. Oh, we'll go get Tulane. Tulane's in the AAC. Okay, we'll get UTSA. They're in the AAC. Okay, maybe we can go get Tulsa. They're in the AAC. Well, we'll go get UNLV again. Get another shot. They're in the Mountain West. We'll go get San Jose State. They're in the Mountain West. So you can't get anybody. This is a strategy to have. You guys are actually going to have to think of a very realistic possibility that you don't get anybody from the American, you don't get anybody else from the Mountain West, and you're actually going to have to do this outside that. Texas State, okay, fine. That puts you at 8. Who's your 9th? 75% of them wouldn't even accept the scenario. We're going to get schools from the Mountain West. We're going to get schools from the AAC because we are the Pac-12. The same delusional. Now, this is not all Pac-12 fans. I'm not saying all of them. But some of the fans are still in the same delusion that caused the problems in the Pac-12 in the first place. And yes, for the record, 99% of them are Oregon State and Washington State fans. For the record. I put the post up and almost all the responses are either we're going to raid from them, we're going to get Texas State and wait on the ACC to implode so we can get Stanford and Cal. Or the ones who are responding, who are put this up, 90% of them aren't Pac-12 fans. And they put up, they're going to have to get Texas State and New Mexico State. Or they can bring up Sacramento State and wait. That's realistic options. One of them suggested maybe going to get Texas State and Louisiana, which that's an interesting possibility. Gives you 2 schools in the Central Time Zone. They're kind of close together, so that would kind of work too. Raging Cajuns do win games, their brand, so that would work. But I've done enough yapping here. This is where this one's going to be. I've done what I've said. I want to hear your answers in the comments because this is where it's really going to be good. So, excuse me. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor, smash the like button. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. It helps with YouTube know, hey, people like this video. We're paying attention to it. Comment on the video. Which way do you think the MAC should go? I think they're going to have to go west. But number one, even forgetting the fact that they have to go west, they got to talk to ESPN first to see what they think they should do. Because you don't want to piss them off. Not a good look. But tell me what you think the MAC should do. Mountain West, I pretty much said I think they're going to be, Tarleton for a full member. They're going to go after North Dakota State. They're probably get another basketball member once UC Davis becomes a full member. If you think they're going to do something else, let me know in the comments. And as for the Pac-12, I'll put it up here in the video. Same scenario put up on X. Pac-12 expansion. You can't get everybody from the American and the Mountain West turn you down. You can't get any of them. You need to get 9 schools for football. Who would the other 2 be? One's a full member, the other one could be a football only or a full member. Why don't you let me know what you think that would be in the comments? Because you can't get anybody from the American, you can't get anybody from the Mountain West. And I want to see what you guys think about this and what you guys can come up with, because I'd like to see this. And put that out there. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done it already, do me a favor. Check out some of the videos I've done. First off, everybody who's subscribed to my channel, thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it. This small channel, trying to get it to go, almost microscopic. There's not even 1,000 subscribers yet. Very, very small, but working the way up. So thanks for that one. If you'd like to check out some of the videos I've done, if you like them, hey, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1,000, make some things happen. If you want to follow me on X, where a lot of stuff happens, put up recruiting information. There's a lot more stuff that happens on X than happens on here, but it's a lot deeper on here. But if you want to follow me on X, the link will be in the description. So again, thanks everybody for watching. I'm here just south of Tennessee in Alabama. Had a slight screw up with the load. I said, oh yeah, you're delivering the load to Florida. No, you're delivering the load to Savannah. Actually, you're delivering the load outside of Atlanta. It just keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It is what it is. It is what it is. But whatever. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you're going to be in the east, this winter storm was nothing. It's cold here in Bama. It was cold in Tennessee last night when I spent the night outside of Nashville. It was down in the 20s. And they're talking 17, 16, getting colder. And not a lick of snow and no clouds. Just clear and cold. Wherever you're at, stay safe. Last comment, thing to say. I don't know who is in charge of the Bureau of Land Management or the Forestry Service in California. In my personal opinion, the environmental idiots need to shut the hell up, get out of the way, and let them do preventative measures to not let this happen again. If that means clearing out debris, it means clearing out debris. If it means controlled burns to stop forest fires from happening and all this to happen again, and the loss of human life, and more forestry getting burned than what would be done in the control burn, that's what should happen. And anybody who doesn't want it to happen, need to get out of the damn way. Or you're held responsible. That's my take on that. I'll probably get a bunch of hate for that one too. Whatever. So, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great day as the sun is about ready to kick my butt here. Be safe out there. Be warm. And please be good to each other.